Hi everyone, my name is Toby OjoO, and as some of you may recall, I am chiming in here from Denali, Alaska, for this video forum, and I will be looking down from time to time to look through my script to guide me along, so please bear with me. I did my observation project with Denali Education Center. I'm going to use DEC for the abbreviation. DEC is a 28-year-old nonprofit educational partner of the national parks that provides educational and informational programs to inspire visitors in the local community about Denali and its residents or visitors. At first glance, DEC comprised of programs that promoted the beauty and grandeur of the park, but I did not only get to sit with the program director Anna Noel for part of this observation, I also got to sit in a presentation by a non-Alaskan resident, Micah Myers, I believe, who is out to set a national record for being the youngest person to have visited all 417 U.S. national parks and monuments. So that was pretty spectacular. So this was a two-part observation per se. The first part of the observation was me getting to sit with Anna. As I said, in this observation, I learned about creation care. That was the issue that I observed, and just how different life is here in Denali, Alaska, because it is such a covered region with untouched earth for the most part. For those of us who are not too familiar with Denali National Park and Preserve, it is a 6 million acre region of Alaska's interior wilderness. So it is covered with mountains and rivers and beautiful, beautiful wildlife. I don't love to see them because they're called wildlife for a reason, but Denali's pretty special, and it houses, the centerpiece of course is Mount Denali, which is the tallest mountain peak in North America, as I stated, and that's pretty spectacular also. So in this conversation with Anna, I learned how Denali Education Center, through multi-day learning vacations and day programs for all ages, the center offers knowledge about the national park, the environment's distinctive rhythms through seasons, as well as the innovative measures the center partners in with the National Park Services to take care and protect the 6 million acres of untouched earth. So when it comes to creation care, sustainability is a primary mission for Denali Educational Center. The center informs both visitors and local residents about the measures that can be taken to contribute to caring for the park and its surrounding communities through their many-led expert-led activities. Some of those measures include participation in Denali Zero Landfill Project goals, travel tips and recycling resources, the Denali Zero Landfill Youth Ambassadors programs, which is geared more toward pretty much instilling the knowledge of creation care to young people, which I think is pretty important, because you don't learn that stuff too early where I come from. As well as the use of media, videos, photos, and news to generate and uphold the pursuit of caring earnestly for the creation that is Denali. I must admit, it is truly the cleanest place I have seen ever. And particularly in America, it is the cleanest place I have ever seen. And I must admit that living here while we were doing the course readings on creation care definitely instilled a new sense of awe and appreciation for the earth that we cannot do without, but can do without us apparently, because the distinctive rhythms of the environment here is really something to behold and just sit in and take in, and observe just how The earth does not need humanity to respond to God's purpose and mission. Now, being that the video is about 5 minutes already, I'm just going to speak a little bit about the second part of my observation, and it had to do with sitting in Micah Myers' presentation. Now, Micah is a 29-year-old man. He lost his father about 10 years ago when he was 19 to cancer. His father was a preacher, and it wasn't until I met him that I found out that Micah is a practicing gay Christian, and his journey was just something to just take in and listen to as to his struggles with identity and sexual identity, and how when he started this mission to visit all U.S. national parks and monuments, it didn't start as something that it is now, which is something that beholds in it a message of love and liberty, and ultimately the appreciation of earth and the gift that is earth. And in the spirit of his father's passing, Micah's message is pretty much, you don't have all the time in the world to just see and explore what is around you, so do it while you are here. So that definitely captivated me, and finding out, of course, that he's a preacher's kid that's gay, and his journey was something to pause and just reflect upon deeply. In a conversation that I shared with Micah after his presentation, he let me know that it's actually funny that most of his endorsements, or not endorsements, most of the contributions that he has received for his journey and his travels have come from churches. And he didn't say that as part of the presentation. Actually, he admitted that for the most part he has to shy away from the Christian and faith aspects of his journey, because it seems the world, or the audience that he has been speaking to, has been more receptive to accepting him as a homosexual American than a Christian American. So I thought that was not odd, but just different. And I had to sit in with that, because I met this person and I just loved him as somebody who was generating this message of love and appreciation for our national parks and the earth that we've been gifted as just human beings. And I left asking myself, should it have bothered me more that he was homosexual? Because it really didn't, as I expected it to. I felt that I was supposed to be there and to just hear his journey and hear his story, and to witness God's hand in the midst of it, even though he was not too just outrightly explicit about how God has moved in his life. So I apologize for the video being longer than 5 minutes, but I thought that was a very it was a critical part of my observation as well. So I guess it dealt with creation care as well as sexuality in the church. So that's enough to talk about. Hope to see you all soon in the comment part of the video form. Thank you. Bye.